We are waking up to day 2 of the 2018 Inter-Korean Summit in Pyeongyang. The third encounter between the leaders of the two Koreas was not as dramatic as many had anticipated, but we did get a few unusual sightings from their latest reunion. Now, let's connect to our correspondent Shin Se-min, coming to us live from the main press center at the Dongdaemun Design Plaza. Se-min, your takeaway from day 1 of the summit, please.
Adam, it sure was a full first day in Pyongyang. South Korean President Moon Jae-in spent most of his day with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un on his day 1 in Pyongyang. And let me go over some of the key moments that were caught on camera. Now, the two leaders from that warm welcome by the leader Kim with a tight hug to motorcade through the streets of Pyongyang. The moment when the leaders received a standing ovation at the Grand Theater after that welcoming ceremony, and two separate moments save for the First Ladies. All of these series of events are just an indication that the talks between the two is once again getting off to a good start. And of course, keeping that positive mood may be important, especially at a time when President Moon is on a mission to save the recently stalled nuclear talks. Adam?
Right indeed, Simon. The first day seems to have gone smoothly, but more important details are to come out from today's meeting scheduled this morning. Tell us more about that, if you will.
Right, if we were to rate, today would be the most important day of the three in terms of coming out with some concrete answers and handling denuclearization issues in the Korean Peninsula. Now, the leaders held their first round of their talks yesterday, and their round 2 is slated for today at 10:30 this morning after a photo op and a friendly get-together, which will all be beamed live around the world. An announcement is due at the conclusion of that meeting as well, and the presidential office of Changwon also hinted that there may be a joint presser following that announcement, so we will keep you closely posted on that. But Adam, just looking at this morning, their schedule looks like a run-on from the get-go with no breaks, indicating that the leaders are getting right down to business this time, also leading many to wonder that perhaps they've already made some progress in having reached an agreement. Now, keep in mind, Adam, the President Moon needs something out of today as he will be leaving again for a UN General Assembly in New York this weekend, in which he will be sitting down with his U.S. counterpart Donald Trump. So definitely we should see some progress being made from today's meeting. Adam?